Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Criteria for project selection model that we have discussed in a previous class. Realism, capability, flexibility, ease of use, cost, easy computerizations. Realism, the model should reflect that reality of the firm decision situation, especially the objective of both the firm and its manager. The model should also take into account the reality of the firm's limitation on facilities, capital, personnel, and include factors that reflect project technical and market risk. Performance, cost, time, customer rejection, and implementation. Second, capability. This model should be capable enough to deal with the relevant factors, multiple time period, situation, both internal and external to the project. Example could be interest rate, changes and strike rate, and so on. Third, flexibility. This model should give valid result within the range of condition that the firm might experience. It should be easy to modify in response to change in the firm's environment. Example could be tax law changes, new technological advancement that alter the risk level, and above all, organizational goal changes. Fourth, ease of use. The model should be reasonably convenient, not to take a long time to execute, to be easy to use and understand. It should not require spatial interpretation data that are difficult to acquire, excessive personnel, or unavailable equipment. Cost. Data gathering and modeling costs should be low relative to the cost of the project and less than the potential benefit of the project. All costs should be considered, including the cost of data management and running model. 6. Easy computerization. It should be easy and convenient to gather and store the information in a computer database and to arrange the data in model through the use of widely available standard computer package such as Excel. Project selection model. Let me explain, then we will come to slide. Project selection model. Becoming an effective project management take variety of a skill. It requires strong leadership, superior communication and ability, planning, and number of other essential characteristics as well. But there is one skill that doesn't get enough emphasis on the word of the project management, strategic and technical project selection. So a manager will strategically and technically select a project. In most cases, the final decision on which proposal are accepted generally will fall to an informed and experienced approach to a project selection allow your company to more effectively manage prospective project, identify the keywords with more substantial return on investment ROI, and leverage the skill already in place to select the project well suited for your company particular competency. Importance of a project selection. Before jumping into an examination of the two main methods of a project selection as well other various technique, it is important to first understand that why project selection is so important for your business. Being as a project managers, you will examine or before to jump the main method of the project selections. So easily you will understand that why project selection is so important for our business. In addition to using the right project management methodology for your company, selecting the right project can mean the difference between uh, the difference between 1 year in the block or the several and read. Unreasonable project scope loosely defined, deliverable and unrealistic goal can all lead to an enormous drain on your budget and critically damage productivity as well. But remember, picking the right project isn't as easy as just trusting your. Instead, selecting of the right project for your company, skill and available resource require a bit pretty important calculation on your part. These calculation can be done in two different way that we are using project selection model, numerical and non-numericals. And beside numerical and non-numerical, we are using the benefit measurement method or the constraint. While here we are only talk about the project selection model, which is numerical and non-numericals. In a slide I have write very clear for you peoples types of a project selection model. There are two basic types of project selection model: numeric and non-numeric. Both are widely used in many organizations. So many organizations use both at the same time, or they use the model that are combination of two. Some organizations use both numerical model and non-numerical model at the same time. Non-numerical model, as the name implies, do not use the number as an input. Means the boss, the managers, and the other people who are in charge, they take the decisions, and immediately the actions are the action are done by the managers, or they say ignore the actions. Numeric model it is important to remember that qualities of the project may be represented by the number that we use: payback period, net present value, internal rate of return, and profitability index that we will calculate with the help of examples in today's lecture. Non-numerical model. Non-numerical model, as the name implies, do not use a number as inputs. Non-numerical model are older and simple and have the following types: screed, cow. In this case, the project is suggested by the senior and powerful official in organization. Often the project is initiated with the simple comment such as, if you have a chance, why don't you look into, for example, underdeveloped idea for a new product, development of a new market, or some other project requiring an investment of the firm's resource. The immediate result of this statement is creation of a project to investigate whether the boss has suggested the project is great in the sense that will be maintained until successfully concluded, or until the boss personally recognized the idea as a failure of terminations. Means Such kind of decisions in non-numerical model is depend on the boss, and immediately and frequently decisions are taken. Operating necessity: a project to build protective of the deck does not require much formal evaluation of the project is required in order to keep the system operating. Simple. The primary question becomes: is the system worth saving at the estimated cost of the project? If the answer is yes, project costs will be examined to make sure that they are kept as low as in constant in a project success. But the project will be funded. Competitive necessity. In this case, the decision is to undertake the project based on desire to maintain the company's competitive position in the market. Many business schools in restricting their undergraduate and MBA program to stay competitive with the more forward-looking school investment and operating necessity project take importance over a competition necessity project. Product line extension. In this case, a project to develop and distribute the new product would be judged on the degree which it fit the firm's existing product line. Decision making can act on their belief about will be the likely impact on the total system performance if the new product is added to the line. And comparative benefit model. For this situation, assume that an organization has many projects to consider. Senior management would like to select a subset of the project that would most benefit to the firm, but projects are not easily comparables. We cannot easily compare the project. For example, some of the projects concern potentially new product. Some require the conduct of research and development project for government agency, and some concern changes in a production method. Example: a proposal to create a daycare center for employee with small children. So this was about the non-numeric model, which number are not included. So we're comparing the different projects. So the boss take the decisions. We're doing for such a project that is confusing, that we should accept or reject. So immediate response is need. No calculation is involved here. So this is very old method. As we think, as we make a perceptions regarding the project, then we use non-numeric model. While today all the project manager, they use numerical calculation for the project, that we will do numerical calculation or numerical parts as well. So numerical model is payback period, net present value, internal rate of return, and profitability index. This is the numerical model that we will discuss first theoretically, then with the help of example. For each of them I have made an example, and we will make a practice on these four. Payback period. The payback period technique take look at how long it will take your company to recoup its expenses with a particular project. If our $280,000 project were to bring in $20,000 per year. Once it is completed, the total payback period would be 14 years. Means if each year we receive $20,000, so after 14 years we will recover our initial investment. It is a words, remember that in a payback period, as quickly we can recover our amount of money, so it will be better as compared to that we receive in 14 years, 10 years, 15 years. In payback period, remember one point, the most essential points, the recovery period. If the recovery period is soon, so we will make investment on the payback period. Now I have write something on the slide easily. The payback period is the length of time to recover initial outlay on the project. Means the initial amount of money that we are investing on the specific project. Or in other words, the payback period for the project is the initial fixed investment in the project divided by the estimated annual net cash inflow from the project. The shorter the payback period, the more desirable the project. The ratio of these quantity is the number of a year required for the project to repay its initial fixed investment. Payback period, PBP. Let me give you a shortcut here. A plus B minus C and divided by D. Let me give a shortcut for A. A means confirm time period. Remember all the time. A is a confirmed time period. B is initial investment. C, confirm cash receive. And D, next year cash flow. Very simple. A, confirm cash receive. B, initial and A, confirm time period. A, confirm time period. B, initial investment. C, confirm cash receive. And D, next year cash flow. So for the payback period, I have made an example over here. The above one for the 5 years, we have make an investment. B, I have told here, B is the initial investment. How much we have invest? $40 we have invest in a specific project. Cash flow 1 year, I am received 10, second 12, then 15, then 10, then 7. What will be the cumulative cash flow? 10 plus 12, 22, 22 plus 15, 37, 37 plus 10, 47, 47 plus 7, 47 plus 7 is 54. So this is cumulative inflow. Now the question is that we have invested $40 and how much we will in which time period, in which year we will recover our initial investment. So here I have write 40B is the initial investment and year 3 is a confirmed time period and C is a cumulative confirm cash received from the cumulative inflow. Now this is the formula of payback period. A plus B multiplied by B minus C divided by D. A. In third year, I am this third. So this is A, confirm time, 3 years. Initial investment, B, I have told that initial investment is how much? 40. I have write 40. Minus is here. 37 means in third year, confirm I am receive $37. And next year cash flow is 10. So 40 minus 30 is 3 and divided by 10 is 3.3 year. So the project should be accepted. راځي چې یو وارې درته په پښتو کې وایم. پی بیک پیریډ معنا ریکوري پیریډ. دلته په دې پروجیکټ کې وګورئ د 5 کالو لپاره موږ سرمایه گذاري کړې، خو ما ته اول 100 روپۍ ما سرمایه گذاري کړي، $40 ما سرمایه گذاري کړي. یو کال راته 10 روپۍ راځي، بل کال کې راته 12 راځي، بل کال کې راته 15 راځي، بل کال کې راته 10 راځي او بل کال کې راته 1 روپۍ راځي. د دې کامبولیټیو انفلوز اوس ګورم. 10 مې په خپل راواخیستې د اول کال 10 جمع 12 22 جمع 15 10 جمع 10 40 جمع و نو 450. اوس ما 40 روپۍ ما هغه کړي سرمایه گذاري کړي. کله چې زه وایم ما 40 روپۍ سرمایه گذاري کړي نو په کوم کال کې باید زما پیسې ریکور شي. ما د دریم ته ولیکل چې ا کنفرم ټایم پیریډ. نو په دریم کال کې زما ته 100 روپۍ راځي، په دریم کال کې ما ته دلته وګورئ 30 روپۍ ما ته راځي. زه مطمئن یم چې 3 کاله بعد ما ته 30 کنفرم راځي. نیکسټ ایر کیش فلوز ما څومره ده؟ دلته وګورئ نیکسټ ایر کیش فلوز ما 10 ده. نو په دې به تقسیموئ همیشه. نیکسټ ایر کیش فلو 10 روپۍ ما ته راځي، یعنې دا معنا چې په دې کې زما 100 روپۍ دي، په لسو کې زما صرف او صرف 3 روپۍ دي، چون 30 خو ما آلریډي لاس ته راوړي. نو دا زه فورمول کې اچوم چې پی بیک پیریډ از ایکول ټو ا زما کنفرم زما ټایم څومره دی؟ 3 کاله. دا دی 3 کاله. او ابتدایي سرمایه گذاري چې ما کړې 100 روپۍ دي، $40. دا دی $40 منفي په خپله په فورمول کې لرم. دلته وګورئ چې کنفرم کیش ریسیف، مطمئنا زه په دریم کال کې څونه روپۍ لاسته راوړم؟ 30 روپۍ. خو دا کنفرم شوې او تقسیم پر څه شي؟ نیکسټ ایر کیش فلو. دغه په راتلونکي کال کې ما ته 10 روپۍ راځي، خو زما حق په دې کې 100 روپۍ جوړیږي. دلته زما حق صرف 3 روپۍ جوړیږي. نو زما د 3 سره کار ده. دا نوره بیا ګټه د 2 روپۍ نور یو 3 په خپله یې 40 نه چې 30 لاړ شي 3 او تقسیم پر 10. نو په 3 کال او 3 میاشتو کې زما ریکوري پیریډ ده. نو زه دا پروجیکټ اکسپټ کوم. نو دا و پی بیک پیریډ. اوس ډیسیژن د ساخلو acceptance criteria. The management of the firm has set a maximum payback period of 3.5 years for the project of this type. So the firm will receive back their initial cash outlay in less than 3.5 year. Means 3.3 year. Less than 3.5. So the project is accepted. دلته موږ ورته maximum څومره ایښی په initial چې په 3.5 کالو کې باید موږ پیسې ریکور کو. خو خوشبختانه موږ په 3 کال او 3 میاشتو کې پیسې ریکور کړي. نو دغه نوه پروجیکټ به زه څنګه کم؟ اکسپټ کم. Let me give the advantage and disadvantage of payback period. Advantage: easy to use and understand. Can be used as a measure of liquidity. Or disadvantage: does not account for time value of money. Or does not consider cash flow beyond the payback period. Net present value. Net present value is the difference between the project current value of cash inflow and the current value of cash outflow. The net present must always be positive when picking a project. One with the higher net present is prefer the advantage of considering the net present over the payback period is that it take into consideration the future value of money. So in a present value, we talk about the future value of money, while in payback period we are not consider the term value of money. However, there are limitation of net present value too. There is not any general accepted method of deriving the discount value used for the present value calculation. The NPV does not provide any picture of the profit or loss that organization can make by embarking on a certain project. So the organization or the NPV does not provide any picture of profit and loss that organization can take any decision. So here in a slide, net present value, it is the sum of the present value of all cash flow associated with the project. Cash flow associated with the project. Future cash flow are discounted at the certain required rate to arrive at their present value. Higher NPV indicate a better proposal in case that initial investment is similar. This method determines the net present value of all cash flow by discounting them by the required rate of return. Now we will calculate the net present value with the help of example. Formula for net present value: in numerator we have CF1, means the net cash flow in a period 1, period 2, and CFN, so on and so on. Number of. In denominator we have 1 plus K, means the required rate of return. In the last we have ICO, initial cash investment. In numerator we have cash flow, in denominator we have 1 in the required rate of return, and ICO means initial cash outlay. Early in the life of a project, net cash flow is likely to be negative, in major outflow being the initial investment in the project. ICO, if the project is successful, however, cash flow will become positive. If a project is successful, remember that cash flow will become positive. The project acceptable if the sum of the net present value of all estimated cash flow over the life of the project is positive. So negative will be rejected and positive will be accepted in a cash flow statement or net present value. So after the formula, I have write example. Julie Miller is evaluating a new project for the firm. She has determined that after tax cash flow for the project will be, after tax the cash flow for the project will be 10,000, 12,000, 15,000 and 10,000, means 15,000, 10,000, 7,000 respectively for each of the year 1 through 5 or 6. 10,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, so 5 years. For each year we have received different cash flow. The initial cash outflow will be 40,000. The firm has determined that appropriate discount rate K is 13%. لند دلته زه تاسو ته داسې وایم چې ببینین ما یک مثال است که داری یک نفر به نام جولی میلر میخواه که به خاطر کمپنی خود برای 5 سال کش فلوی که برش میه بعد از تکس و عبارت از 10,000 12,000 15,000 10,000 و 7,000 است و به هر سال از سال 1 تا سال 5 و کش اوتفلوی ازی چقدر است 40,000 و دیسکاونت ریت ازی پروژکت 13% است. حال ما ایرا محاسبه میکنیم که این پروژکت ما اکسپت بکنیم یا ریجکت. برای 5 سال ما سرمایه گذاری میکنیم 40,000 و ریکوار ریت هم چقدر است 13%. سال اول به ما 10,000 12,000 15,000 و 10,000 که به ما حالا محاسبه میکنیم که این نوع پروژکت هم ما اکسپت بکنیم یا ریجکت. So we will calculate the project should be accepted or the project should be rejected. So in formula I have told that in PV net present value CF the net cash flow in a period in case the required rate of return in ICO is the initial cash investment. Here in CF instead of CF1 I have write the amount 10,000, CF2 in year 2 12,000, year 3 15, 4 10,000 and 5 7,000 and divided by K. I have told the required rate of return is how much. The required rate of for this project is 13. 1 year, second year, third year, fourth year and 5. And this 40,000 is the initial cash investment, initial cash outlay or initial cash investment. Initially I have invested $40,000. Then we will see the recovery periods. We will calculate that the required rate is 13%. 10,000 divided by 1.13, 1 plus 0, 1.13, an exponent of 1 is 1.13. 1 plus 0.13, so first I will add 1 to 0, it become 1.13. 1.13 in exponent of 2 means 1.13 should be multiplied twice with each others, and 1.13 in exponent of 3 means 1.13 multiplied by 1.13 multiplied by 1.13 3 times, same 4 times and 5 times. Then initially net present value is equal to 10,000 divided by 1.13 and 1.3 multiplied by 1.130 become 1.2769 plus, instead of 15,000 1.13 multiply 3 times 1.13 multiplied by 1.13 multiplied by 1.13, it become 1.4428 plus 10,000 1.13 and multiply 4 times. So this value is come minus 40,000. 10,000 divided by 1.13, it become 8849.5 plus 12,000 divided by 12769 3979.8. 15,000 divided by 1.4428, so it become 139.6.4. 10,000 divided by 1.630 plus 7,000 divided by 1.8424, it becomes 3799.4 minus 40,000. So this is the total amount, 38,576.6 minus initial investment that we have invested, so it become negative. دلته وګورئ ما سره ما تاسو ته مخکې ویلې چې CF1 ما سره د net cash flow in the periods تقسیم پر required rate of return. ما سره ریټ څومره ریکوار ده 14% ریټ ریکوار ده چې دا پروجیکټ یا ما ته ګټه وکړي یا زه اکسپټ کړم. خو دلته وګورئ 10,000 اول کال 12,000 15,000 10,000 بیا 10,000 تقسیم پر یو جمع 0.14 یو جمع 0.14 یو اشاریه 14 په توان دی یو یعنی 1.14 چې په خپل نفس کې یو واري ضرب کې یو راځي 1.1 جمع د دې صفر سره چې دا جمع سی 1.14 راځي 1.14 دوه واري په خپل نفس کې ضرب شوی یعنی په توان دی 2 ده 1.14 ضرب 1.14 دا مساوي کیږي 1.20 همچنان همداسې یو جمع 0.14 1.13 په توان دی 3 معنا 1.13 ضرب 1.13 ضرب 1.13 3 دفعې همداسې 1.13 څلور دفعې په خپل نفس کې ضرب بالاخره دغه ویلیوګانې راغلې دا ویلیوګانې مې یو په بل باندې تقسیم کې 10,000 تقسیم پر 1.3 دا راغی 12,000 تقسیم پر دومره دا راغلی 15,000 تقسیم پر دې دا راغلی 10,000 تقسیم پر دې دا راغلی 10,000 تقسیم پر دې دا راغلی دا به ټول جمع کوي add all these value تمام این اعدادی که از اصل آمده ایره جمع میکنین وقتی که جمع کردین از initial cash investment که ما سرمایه گذاری کردیم از او تفریق میکنین یعنی از این تفریق کردم چقدر آمد 1423.3 حالا میبینیم که در کرایتریای که ما ایره باید اکسپت بکنیم یا ریجکت ما براتون نوشته کردیم چون منفی آمده طبعا ای ریجکت میشه So here, see, the NPV is negative. This means that the project is reducing the shareholder wealth. So the project should be rejected because NPV is less than 0. در اینجا ببینید net present value ما منفی است با این خاطر که shareholder یعنی ثروت shareholder را کم میکنه از این خاطر ما این پروژه را ریجکت میکنیم قبول نمیکنیم اگر این مثبت می بود باز در اون حالت ما این پروژه را قبول میکردیم acceptance criteria if the NPV is a negative so remember we should not accept the project because it reduces the shareholder wealth if the NPV is positive so then we will accept the project internal rate of return is your assignment if you cannot do so in next video then message me in the next video inshallah I will do the internal rate of return so already it is 37 minutes then it will be very difficult to upload the video so try to solve one questions on the internal rate of return and solve and send it back to me in case if you have the problem so in next video inshallah again I will explain the internal rate of return in profitability index thank you so much